let's talk The Studio, the TV series on Apple TV, The Studio. And this is spoiler free, by the way. So, The Studio, directed by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. And yeah, Seth and Evan, super bad. Those guys. So it's that same type of humor. And it's also starring Seth Rogen. So Seth and Evan have worked on like various projects together, but Evan is always behind the scenes when, Seth is front and center. So if you like movies like 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Pineapple Express, the classic Superbad, then you'll like this. So The Studio is a satire about Hollywood, made by Hollywood. Hollywood understands the direction they're going in, cranking out remakes just for the money instead of focusing on making original content that could actually turn into a classic. But that's show business, heavy on the business part. If the studios don't make any money, how are they going to stay in business? And unfortunately, what makes money nowadays are IPs, intellectual property. The definition is a recognizable and valuable creative work like a comic book, a previous film, a video game, something like that. In the studio's case, it's Kool-Aid. But it has an existing brand recognition and it can be adapted for a new project. So filmmakers are aware of all the reboots and remakes and IPs, and they seem to hate those. But if it's too risky to create an original, then, and this formula works, why mess up a good thing? Why gamble? Do what makes money and move on with life, right? That's the premise of the show. So these execs start to feel like a cog in the machine rather than artists creating masterpieces, classics like Get Out, Scarface, Pulp Fiction, Goodfellas, etc. Which is exactly what Seth Rogen's character is saying in the show. The ironic thing about all that is audiences are actually dying for an original idea. This is why Jordan Peele's Get Out did insanely well. That thing grossed over $200 million on a $4.5 million budget. Not all original ideas do those figures, so studio execs and studio heads would rather play it safe and look for something they can turn into a Marvel type franchise, cranking out that cash cow. But the studio takes that whole premise and brings you into the world of studio execs. Mainly a newly hired exec who's fighting with this idea of wanting to make classics, but having to do the studio's bidding and focus on churning out IPs instead. This is Seth Rogen's character. And because this is a Seth and Evan film, it's gonna be some toilet humor.
Very deep and complex film, but I want that diarrhea explosion.
There's gonna be some drugs. There's gonna be some chaotically hilarious scenes that could only come from the minds of Seth and Evan. I mean, the mushroom scene / episode is golden.
They're a microdose, okay?
They are not a microdose.
They are. There's 2/8 of a gram in each one.
What? No, 2/8 of an ounce. What the fuck is 2/8 of a gram? That's not a thing.
Oh my God, that explains why I'm so fucking high.
Is this a scary amount of mushrooms or not?
7 grams in each.
I have three.
What?
Oh,
3?
fuck.
That's too fucking many. Oh my God, dude, that's too many shrooms.
Oh my God.
So hilarious. It's the last one though. Also, the way they shot this TV show is interesting as well. From the one-ers to like the hard transitions or like really fast whip pans from one character to another, which is like designed to make you feel the tension and the chaoticness of the scenes. And it works. And I just love it. This is such a good show. Also, the studio, in its irony, has taken an original idea and made it not only profitable, but a hit. It won 13 Emmys, a record-breaking 13 Emmys, and it's only had one season so far. So, I mean, if you haven't seen it, get on Apple TV, go pay for it, and binge it now. I give this show a 10 out of 10. Follow me for more. I do TV reviews, movie reviews all the time.